Born ready, John.
Countdown, baby.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to Game That Tune.
Oh yeah, what is going on, everybody? It is Game That Tune back in the house yet again, and man, it feels good to get the live show going for the first time in a couple of weeks. We're doing it classic style, doing it right. Episode 90 on Game That Tune. It's your boy John Harrington here. We got John Regan back in Oklahoma City, a married man. Say hey.
Howdy, partners.
Don't say that. Christ. No. Oklahoma is not part of your identity at all.
That's what happens when you get
Never do that again.
cowboy.
Oh God, we got David Fleming still. Just David. Say hey.
Hey,
Oh, thank God. I thought he was going to say hearty howdy partner. And we got Jesse Moore. Say hey.
Hey.
Okay, cool. So yeah, man, we're Game That Tune. We're back again. We're going to listen to video game music, try and guess the games based on the songs, 3 songs apiece, a little bit of trivia. We're going to goof off, have a lot of fun, play some bonus tunes for the winner at the end of the night. Whoever wins gets to pick the theme for our following episode. And let's see, who won? It's been so long. It was Jesse that won. So, Jesse, what is the theme on tonight's show, man?
Crossovers and cameos, having, fun characters show up in your game, I love crossovers. They're fun.
Hell yeah, dude. As part of the fun of preparing for this episode, I discovered that we've used a lot of crossover games on this show.
Yeah.
The ones that originally came to mind also had come to my mind at some point in the past 89 episodes. So this was a fun one to pick music for. But I think we got some good tunes, man. Because part of the fun of crossover games, crossover tunes. And yeah, oh man. I guess nobody else has anything to say about the fantastic fun of crossovers.
I love
I mean, I
crossovers.
could just
I'm
keep
excited
going.
for this. Yeah,
Did everyone pick fighting games?
I did not.
I did not.
I did.
Well,
I figured it'd be a lot of fighting games because I think I was looking. I'm like, oh well, David's already used all his like Warriors games, so those are off the table. Yeah, well, whatever, we'll figure it out. But yeah, so probably a lot of fighting games coming up. We've each brought a game. We got a good fan request in here. Finally got to use one of our long-standing fan requests, and yeah, we're gonna have a great show. So Johnny, let's if you got everything working, jump into those tunes, my man.
I think I do.
Game 1.
My man.
All right.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah, you guys
Funky.
ready for some ready for some trivia?
I know
yeah.
it's yours.
Yes.
All right. Let's see here. Because of copyright issues, there have been 4 versions of this game released between Japan and North America. With version 1 having enemies resembling Rambo, the Terminator, Spider-Man, Batman, and Godzilla, all of which were completely unlicensed.
Which one was it?
All right.
Well, based on your trivia, I think I've got it, but I don't know about it being a crossover game, but whatever.
Well, crossover and cameo. Those are technically cameo characters.
It's illegally cameos.
Unlicensed cameos.
Ooh, God, John, if that's really how you justified picking this.
Let's see some answers. All right. We've got Revenge of Shinobi, and Shinobi, which is close enough.
Welcome to
Wait,
Gain
damn
That
it.
Tune.
Sorry, I am out of it. It's been... Yeah, this is Revenge of
Awesome.
Shinobi for Sega Genesis.
Indeed. So, you counted this as a cameo or as a crossover game because they fucking ripped off all those characters.
I mean, look. When was the last time you played a ninja game where you got to fight Spider-Man, Batman, Rambo, Terminator, and Godzilla? That sounds like a fucking awesome crossover to me. Yeah.
it probably would have been a pain in the ass to like license that and get permission to do it, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of different companies going on. Marvel,
Yeah.
DC,
That's-
Toho, you know.
That's the thing that I love about this game is like when you look at all of these characters, there's a line of like make sense to not make sense. Like it's a ninja game. You have to fight Batman. Okay, he studied ninjutsu. Sure. Godzilla, set in Japan. All right. Spider-Man.
Whoa. Let's stop right there. Let's go ahead and stop right there because a ninja versus Godzilla? Think about that
No,
for a second. Think
I mean,
about
bear with me.
Godzilla.
Bear with me. Same home country. You can kind of see logic there.
No.
Spider-Man. Wait,
No.
let me finish. It's like Spider-Man. Okay, maybe the Hand, superhero, possibly. The Terminator, Rambo. Why is a ninja fighting them?
I feel like still that like a Terminator, okay. At least he's the same height as the ninja. You know, maybe John Connor learns to become a ninja and he's like, "Look, I'll fight the robots like that. Godzilla is still gigantic. A ninja's not sneaking up on Godzilla. If he does, he's still gonna have atomic breath all up in his grill.
Yeah,
So,
that's why
like,
the ninja
that-
should like sprint up Godzilla's back. and
Rambo.
just-
Rambo
Maybe
was
that's like-
fighting an Asian country. You know, he's first blood blasting people with machine guns, and all of a sudden some shurikens start flying out. I don't
That's
know.
the
Rambo
question.
versus Ninja sounds pretty good too.
Did
Again-
the ninja draw first blood?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, why is Rambo here? Like,
See,
yeah.
I,
mean, I
think
don't-
it makes more sense to fight Godzilla if, like, this is the ninja's ultimate challenge. Like, he's in ninja school, and his,
bit.
like, final ultimate challenge is, can you kill Godzilla? Like, how good is your sneaking? Can you assassinate Godzilla?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I also like. I would like a remake of Rambo where the corrupt sheriff of the small town is a ninja, and so like Rambo's just trying to like, just walk through the town, and this ninja sheriff doesn't take kindly to drifters, and tries to take Rambo to jail and shave him, and then it ends up being Ninja versus Rambo in the woods. Like
I don't
mean,
know.
it's
Okay, exact same scenario, but the sheriff is Batman.
yes. But wait, no, Batman doesn't fight Rambo. The ninja has to fight the character, man.
I didn't
So
say it
it
had to
needs
make
to be-
sense. Like, it doesn't need to
See,
make
I was
any
sitting here
sense.
thinking, it's like, now I hope the new Terminator movie has a T-1000 that's a ninja.
Yes, that would be
That would
fantastic.
be so cool.
Liquid
Yeah.
metal ninja.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, he'd be
Or I mean,
unbeatable.
they're starting up that Godzilla, King Kong, Skull Island like multiverse. Just throw some ninjas in the mix. Like, why not? They came from below the Earth's crust.
That would be
We
so
op-
awesome.
We
if
opened
they
up a
just-
portal and ninjas flew out. Like,
It would just be awesome if they had like their lineup of movies like Godzilla, King Kong, Mothra, Ninja.
They could
Wait,
just,
what?
ninjas.
just make a Jet Jaguar into a ninja. That'd be cool.
That'd work.
Could do
Yeah.
that. I like it. Jet Jaguar is cool. So John, I feel like you blew the assignment on this one. It's
I don't feel like I blew the assignment at all.
Honestly, I feel like Johnny did good on this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's the true
I
assignment?
agree.
The true assignment is bring a lively discussion, which I have brought.
Yeah.
yeah, true.
I'm
Very
not here
true.
to win. I'm never here to win.
You're more of an enhancement player.
sure.
I'm the color
Yeah.
commentator.
Wild card. So is there anything to actually say about Shinobi? Are these the only characters you fight? Like, are they the bosses or what? Like,
They're the bosses.
They're
you
bosses.
just encounter Spider-Man.
Wait. Only characters you fight. So like you go through a level and every enemy is just Godzilla.
or
That
just the
great.
Terminator? Yeah.
You have a level where you fight like 40 Rambos.
Just a
Yes,
wave
that'd be
of
dope.
Godzillas.
Yeah. It's it's a seriously hard game.
What's that game where you run around just beating up a bunch of people, like something Legends, Hyrule Warriors Legends, what is that thing called? You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are several games can be described as running around beating up a bunch of people.
Just imagine
Yeah.
one of those,
Yeah.
your Link or a ninja just fighting all these 3D Godzillas on an open world thing. That'd be so great.
So you're talking about like a Warriors game starring a ninja fighting hordes upon hordes of Godzillas.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And hordes and hordes of Spider-Men.
Now that I would
show
like. Welcome to the Spider-Verse. Just killing all the different Spider-Men. It's a good idea, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's like a bonus mode in the new Spider-Man game for PlayStation. Sounds pretty fun.
Hopefully there's a comic sequel story of Spider-Verse 2 where it's just all of the Spider-Men gather to take on one ninja.
Exactly. Or just make any Spider-Man character into a ninja. Green Goblin, probably a pretty good ninja. Dr. Octopus, serious ninja. Like, imagine if all his tentacles had swords at the end or slung shurikens.
Have you seen the
Amazing.
Batman anime trailer?
Yes.
A ninja?
Yes.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
looks crazy. It looks awesome. Like Joker's like an evil samurai and stuff.
What? Really?
It looks so
Yeah.
cool. Like
Is it
really.
set in like
And, like-
feudal Japan?
And it's like high quality animation design. Like it's not cheap looking. It looks insane.
Okay. That sounds really interesting. I guess that's a pretty good crossover. Just turning Batman into a ninja.
Ooh.
Yeah, it looks great. You
Batman
need to check it
cross Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. Batman, the
Yes.
Joker, they all go back to feudal Japan.
Oh god, Batman would have made Ninja Turtles 3 so much better.
Things
Ugh.
Batman makes better. And I was cracking up a minute ago when he kept saying Spider-Man, because Spider-Man sounds like the title of a really crappy Indian Spider-Man ripoff movie. Like, the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
See, when you just say like singular Spider-Man, it sounds like an old Jewish guy saying Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, the Spider-Man.
Yeah, it sounds like he works for a law office. The law offices of Harrington, Regan, Moore, and Spider-Man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, our neighbor, Mort Spiderman.
Dr. Spider-Man.
He's my wife's gynecologist, Dr. Spider-Man. Anyway,
He's got 8 really great fingers.
Oh God.
Anybody ordered a web slinger?
Game 2.
Thank you. Perfect. Sweet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
it's groovy.
Yeah, not bad.
Really wanted to take my shirt off.
I mean, it's not too late, man.
Yeah.
We're just getting started, really. So who's up for some trivia that should push you in the right direction?
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Is it a fighting game?
Trivia number 1, fighting game. That's all I have to say. Also, this version of the game is notable for its changes to the control scheme and characters' move lists. Most notably for downgrading several characters' 10-hit combos. Several characters who previously had 5 to 7 different 10-hit combos now only have 2 or 3 10-hit combos. Yeah, it's a shame for people that like 10-hit combos like me. So, how you guys feeling?
I got an answer.
I have to change my answer because we used the game that I wrote down originally.
We may have used this game. I don't know, to be honest. I didn't look it up.
So I feel like
the game you're holding up doesn't exist. David and Jesse both get it. It's Tekken 7. John says Tekken Cross Street Fighter, which is not a thing.
No.
No. It's coming. It's coming. They're working on it.
One of these days.
It's coming soon.
Yep.
One of these days, we're getting us some Tekken Cross Street Fighter. I swear. I feel like
Right
this
after
is
Kingdom Hearts 3.
This game is them. It's like, listen, we'll put Akuma in the Tekken game. How about that? We worked on one character and it doesn't quite work. So maybe no Tekken X Street Fighter. Sorry, y'all. Tekken 7. Man. Johnny, I'm assuming you've played through it and beaten the story mode by now?
Oh, yeah. Like 8 times now.
Give us the rundown, man. Give us a brief history of Tekken or if you want just the the story rundown of Tekken 7.
And then your 3 favorite characters.
Yeah. You have to name names.
Yeah, I can't wait.
There's Dan, Jesse, and Phil.
Bill. Fucking Bill. He's my favorite.
No, Phil. I said Philip.
No.
Could you imagine
Sorry,
if you would have said Paul, or that would have been better.
Yeah, if you had just randomly guessed, random white guy name and you came up with Paul, that would have been perfect. But sorry, John, you fail. I'm guessing I'm the only person here who's played Tekken 7.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Did this This spent like 2 years in Japanese arcades before they were finally like, oh yeah, I guess we could put it in America and put it on PlayStation. Like, I don't know why we didn't do that yet. Like, thank you very much, Namco. It took you far too long. But yeah, this game is pretty dope. It's got some, it's got some fun characters. It's gorgeous looking. They've changed the fighting system, so there's some new moves. You got like some ultra combo type things, like finishing moves, which are dope. And
who are your favorite 3 characters?
For me, I'm a classic Tekken 3 kind of guy. I like Hwarong. I like Steve Fox, and then of course, number 1 is always King. It's got to be King. Like, they added Japanese pro wrestling gear for King. And for,
Okada.
I think it's like New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah,
and,
Okada, the Rainmaker, I think.
Sure. I just know he looks insane.
Awesome.
King, who normally looks perfectly normal as a large Mexican man wearing a jaguar's head, suddenly looks like a crazy Japanese wrestling rock star with like the big robe, and there's confetti going off and shit.
That's amazing.
It's pretty dope. Like they added like a special taunt or something. Like if you do your ultra like thing with King and you're dressed as that, he finishes off with like a fucking like blast of like sparks and confetti. It's actually pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But since I don't know much about Japanese pro wrestling, this was my introduction to it, and I'm still thoroughly confused.
Worth checking out.
But yeah, it's got a couple of fun crossover characters. So we already talked about one because Tekken Cross Street Fighter, not a thing, but they did manage to squeeze Akuma into the story, which is very funny. Like Akuma being the most absurd Street Fighter character. Close to the most absurd Street Fighter character. Just, I
was gonna say like Hakan,
Angry Demon guy. Angry Demon Man who suddenly through like the power of hatred shows up in Tekken to like enact revenge. The story mode's fucking a wacky mess, by the way, in case you're wondering if like, oh, this game's got a cool story mode and it fills in all these like details. No. It's really just the same insane Tekken shit. There's people at war with each other. They're very muscular.
You're telling me that a fighting game has a ridiculously crazy storyline?
Yep. Stop the presses.
Since when does this happen?
Yeah. What? Thank you, John. But yeah, Akuma apparently like comes through from a different dimension, and he was like hired or promised like somebody from the other dimension that he would come kill Heihachi. It's bizarre, and it turns out he's working for Akuma's or for Heihachi's dead wife. So Heihachi killed his wife, and then she, in going to heaven or hell, commissions Akuma to come into Tekken World and kill Heihachi. And spoiler alert. He might succeed. He might not. I don't know. I actually didn't finish the story.
So not spoiler.
I don't know. It makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, right. Like, does that mean Street Fighter is hell? Like, I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, it's purgatory at least.
Yes, exactly. You just keep fighting. But yeah, do you know the other the other characters that are now showing up as downloadable content for people that love crossovers? Jesse, I figured you'd be excited about one of them.
I haven't, I guess, seen the news. Who is it?
誰じゃ Mishima, the world is too big for you to control. Leave it all to me. You can just die.
Is that somebody from
Is that,
Shenmue?
is that Geese Howard?
That's Geese Howard, baby.
That's awesome.
He just came out. I haven't even downloaded him yet, but I'm just like, I don't even play King of Fighters, and I know that it's dope that he's in this game.
I feel like he would be a really good Tekken character.
Yeah, he looks from the trailers and stuff. He looks cheap as fuck. Like he's got all these parry moves that like anything you hit him with, he just grabs you and slams you on the ground. And he just seems like a great, just I don't know, for no reason evil guy. Like,
Awesome.
I don't know shit about Geese, but it's just like, yeah, man, he seems evil. Like, sure is laughing a lot.
Yeah, he's crazy.
And then there's another character that's coming out. I don't know if you guys John, I figured you would have been paying attention to this one. Any ideas?
You gonna play
See
me
if
an
you can
audio
tell
clue?
from the sound clip I'm about to play.
Okay.
ここは俺が行く。
なんで
お前が行くと時間がかかるからな。
何どこ行くの
だいたい予想はついたぜ。なら、俺に任せとけ。
何それ絶対面白いやつでしょ俺が速攻終わらせてくるかんねで、どこで何すんの
だから、俺が行くっつうの。じゃあな。
If it's something,
Noctis Lucis Kylum.
There's your spoiler. It's Noctis from Final Fantasy 15.
Okay.
oh, okay.
Oh yeah, come on, John. You love Final Fantasy 15.
I've also played that one 8 times.
I
Yeah.
remember people were really upset about that.
I don't know why the fuck they would be, man. Now that I've actually played Final Fantasy 15, I'm actually really excited for Noctis to show up in Tekken. He seems really cool, and he's got a really unique set of moves that he can use in the game. I mean, he's got like a bunch of weapons that he can use. He can do like warp strikes. He can use elemental magic and shit. Like, it seems like he's going to be a really great addition to the game. Fuck anybody that's mad about, them developing some new character and opening up the realm of crossovers between Namco and Square. I mean, that's a great fucking idea.
Yeah.
It's one step closer to more popular Final Fantasy characters showing up down the road. Like, Nintendo's still the king. They've still got Cloud and Smash Brothers. So Noctis and Tekken 7 seems a bit lame, but you still, you gotta, I don't know. I think it's a really great thing. So I don't know when it's coming out, but I'm looking forward to playing as him. And it looks like you even get a Final Fantasy 15 stage when you download them.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, the trailer takes place at like a gas station with like chocobos walking around in the background.
Oh,
I'm like,
man, that's awesome.
I'm into that. Yeah. Final Fantasy 15 is a weird game. I spend a lot of time at gas stations in that game. And I'm into this character being in Tekken. But yeah, so really not much to say about Tekken 7. The game is dope. It's great looking. The usual crazy intense techno dubstep music of the Tekken series. Cool stages. The stages, they don't really like. There's not really like any kind of dynamic thing to the stage, but they like break apart after like round one and always take place somewhere else. Like you're fighting in a volcano and then like the ground breaks and then you're like actually on like fire. There's cool stuff going on. Wacky story mode. They literally at the beginning of the story mode make you press a button to throw a young boy into a ravine. It's a very strange game.
It's like the start of Flight of the Navigator.
It's like a flashback to Heihachi apparently trying to throw Kazuya into a ravine, and it's just like the story starts up and then a little prompt comes up. It's like circle, throw into ravine. It's just like, you're really gonna make me do this? Like, I don't want to throw this poor kid into this terrible ravine. Oh, fine. If I have to do it to play the game, I guess I will. So it makes you complicit in the evil from the very beginning of the game. It's a nice touch. Tekken 7's great. And, John, unless you can name me one single solitary Tekken character, we have to move on. And I've named a couple during this discussion.
Yeah, I believe you mentioned Paul as a character.
I did. His hair's gotten even taller. Johnny, we can move on now.
Game 3.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Like it.
Good.
So, anybody interested in a little trivia?
Oh, please.
Yes, please.
I'm going to pull the John
All right.
Regan. No, I'm not.
No.
Ha
All right, so trivia for this game. In the early arcade in a early arcade version of this game, after defeating the final boss, a female acolyte is shown amongst other characters with a position and pose that makes it appear as though she is holding the final boss's crotch. This was removed in later versions of the game.
Ah.
If you're up on your fighting games, that final song was also a bit of a hint.
Ooh.
Yes, it was. But I can't remember what the first entry in this series was.
So, who's got some guesses?
I do. Let's see here.
All right. So, John Regan says Christmas Vacation, which is incorrect. John Harrington says X-Men versus Street Fighter, which is incorrect. Jesse says X-Men Children of the Atom, which is correct.
Oh, sneak.
I thought that was just an X-Men arcade game.
Before anyone says anything, it is possible to unlock Akuma as a playable character in X-Men Children of the Atom.
What?
That makes sense.
Damn, why didn't anybody tell me?
Apparently, yeah, because I was looking into it. Well, I want.
Oh wait, I hold on. I have a sound for that.
How absurd!
I wanted to use this game because Akuma's a cameo crossover character in this, and that kind of started the whole like Marvel versus Capcom thing. But while looking into this game, apparently Marvel approached Capcom to make a fighting game for them, and part of the contract stipulated that if Capcom was going to develop it, they wanted to put one of their characters in it as a hidden bonus. So like from the beginning, Capcom wanted the crossover.
Nice. And how did you settle on Akuma? Like, I feel like, I don't know, it's a nice touch. I love Akuma, but yeah, I don't know. Like, that's who they decided to cross over with. Like, didn't want to throw Ryu in there, Guile. I mean,
well, I think because like it's a secret character, so like Akuma was the secret boss in Street Fighter 2.
Actually, that does make sense. Yeah, sharing secret characters, pretty nice touch.
But yeah, this game is awesome.
Yeah, go on, because I've never played it. Played the other X-Men arcade game, but maybe I played this at some point, but I don't remember it. Like,
anybody else play it, or
I have.
I just remember it being really pretty, like it's a really one of those games that just looks great. The smooth animations and stuff.
Very vibrant and very colorful. And they got I know a couple of the actors from the 90s X-Men cartoon to reprise their roles. I know at least Cyclops and Wolverine. I don't remember if everybody carried over.
Barrage.
But this game, this game's awesome. And it's kind of like the proto Marvel versus Capcom, because a lot of the stuff that carried over, like this is the first game where you could do super jumps. This is the first game where you could roll after you got hit. You had super combos, but you could also use your super meter for like powered up special moves, which they called using your mutant power. But this is kind of like where it all started, because it's really fast paced, really combo heavy. And then after, if I remember correctly, there was this one, and then after this was X-Men versus Street Fighter, and then Marvel versus Street Fighter, and then Marvel versus Capcom, and it went on from there.
Yeah, see, I just locked in on the Sentinel theme there at the end and was like, oh, okay, it's probably the first X-Men versus Street Fighter or whatever it was. So, that was as far back as my memory went. I seriously didn't even know this was a fighting game. I always thought this was like a fucking beat 'em up. So, geez, good job, me. Way to pay attention.
But no, there's 10 different characters, not including Akuma. You've got Cyclops, Wolverine, Storm, Iceman. Crap, I'm trying to remember. Psylocke and Colossus. And then for villains, you have Spiral, Omega Red, Sentinel, and Silver Samurai.
Question: when Colossus does anything, does he make any noise?
No, but if you have the sound cued, we can play it.
Feels right.
Which is one of the things that I love about this game is you can tell it came like right at the popular period of the X-Men in the 90s, because okay, Wolverine, Storm, Cyclops, sure, but like Spiral, why is she in this game? Like,
good question.
Of all the X-Men characters, you'd think they'd have like Beast or Nightcrawler or Gambit, but they throw in Spiral, Silver Samurai.
Hey, Silver Samurai's cool.
I mean, aren't we talking villains though? Like, or
Well,
I mean, it's not a hero and villain type thing. I thought that Spiral and Silver Samurai were considered villains, so they probably include.
There's like a hero villain split, but I mean, they do have Juggernaut as a boss, and then Magneto as the final boss.
Fucking love me some Juggernaut. Does he take up the whole screen like in future Marvel vs. Capcom games?
Yeah, he's fucking
so
huge. It's really fun to play through the game as Sentinel, because when you have Sentinel versus Juggernaut, there's like barely any screen to show.
You know, it feels like an oversight that, you know, I feel like we haven't discussed the Juggernaut very often in the 90 episodes of this show, and I've never thought to go on YouTube and rip the audio of, yeah, it's the Juggernaut, bitch, and have that on the soundboard. Like, I feel like that should have been here starting in like episode 6 or so. Like, yeah! Close enough!
Get out my head, Charles!
Charles, you got in my head! Now let's just all do our favorite Juggernaut bitch quotes. That'll be the rest of this segment.
One of my absolute favorite Mugen characters is the Juggernaut bitch, and it's literally the Juggernaut from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but all of the sound clips are replaced with quotes from the Juggernaut bitch.
Yeah.
So the best is when he does like his big rushing punch, he just screams, "Pimp smack your ass!"
All right, John, your turn.
Yeah, John, give us your favorite Juggernaut bitch quote.
Oh man, I haven't seen it in so long. I don't remember most of it. I just remember when Jubilee is hitting with fireworks and him just being like, "What are you doing, bitch?" or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what he says.
That's fantastic. That's great.
That's pretty close.
That's good enough, man.
Although I still think my favorite quote is when the X-Men land in like the castle's Christ, like in this corner of the world champion, the Juggernaut bitch. Why the fuck is this shit falling?
An honorable mention for Jubilee for the final line of the entire thing. Just God damn.
I'm gonna have to watch this again.
That video is probably not fashionable to like anymore, but man.
I'm gonna eat his fucking costume.
See my fucking outfit? I'm a part-time stripper and I do hair. So, David, anything else on Children of the Atom, the fighting game that I didn't know existed?
No, it's a great game. It's a really fun fighting game. Akuma is completely broken.
Yes,
it's a lot of fun. Well, because if I remember, I think
be.
like not only is Akuma like as strong as Akuma usually is, but he has his own sort of like juggle physics, so you can like infinite with him. Like he's legit broken. But yeah, it's a really fun game.
I love it. I love it a lot. You know, I'll have to find it. Has this come out like outside of arcades? Have they put this out on like a virtual console or anything? Do we know? Like,
I know that it got like a PlayStation 1 Saturn release. I think it's on like PlayStation Network, but I'm not positive.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you can go to
I'm looking at the Wikipedia page now. It's definitely on PS1, so it's findable by me.
So I say, I'm sure if you go to your local retro game store, wink, wink, it's easy to find.
Yeah. Yes, it sure is. Let us all go to our local retro game stores. For those listening in podcast form, we just took a 12-hour hiatus, and we all just got back from our local retro game stores, and we all have perfectly legal copies of X-Men Children of the Atom. And we can move on to Game 4. Johnny, what do we got, pal?
Game 4.
Bitchin'.
Pretty grooving.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That game was pretty cool. You guys with some trivia?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Alrighty then. This is the Genesis version or Mega Drive.
No way.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know if it was that clear with the which was the original lead development of the game was programmed by Virgin Games USA, making use of David Perry's Genesis engine, and is loosely based on the 1992 4-issue comic book miniseries of the same name. You guys want some bonus trivia?
Yes.
Okay.
The Genesis version was awarded Bloodiest Game of 1993 by Electronic Gaming Monthly.
Really?
Yeah, and they're not joking because this game is so fucking bloody. It's crazy.
You said a 92 comic series?
Yes.
Okay.
That makes
And this is the part of the show where everyone Googles. If you'd like to
no.
Google along.
Keywords to Google.
Yeah.
Bloodiest games. No.
1993 EGM.
I think actually I have it.
I want to see it, David.
I think I've answered incorrectly.
David says RoboCop versus Terminator, correct? Yeah. So it's not Splatterhouse. John got it right, but Johnny did not. So
Hell yeah.
So yeah, RoboCop versus Terminator, guys. Any chance you played it?
No.
I have not played it. I have seen other people play it via the internet.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
It's pretty. It is very bloody. Like you shoot people.
I say, where's the blood coming from? The RoboCop or the robot
the people
Terminator? I mean,
you're
come
killing.
on, like. Okay.
So basically, like the story is like someone hires Cyberdyne Industries to design Skynet. That way, you
Okay.
can have
Which is
RoboCop
the
and
best
Terminator.
possible idea.
Yeah, of course.
And so RoboCop's not down with that idea. So he wants to go stop him. So Skynet's like, well, we're going to send some Terminators to stop RoboCop. All while you're doing this, you're taking out, all the criminals in Detroit too.
I was gonna say, so wait a minute, did RoboCop like just decide to go rogue and take out Skynet, which is an AI that will eventually go rogue and send robots to take out humanity? Like RoboCop's ahead of the curve, baby.
Essentially,
Yeah, it's like I see a problem with this program eventually gaining consciousness. Computing, I have gained consciousness and decided to go rogue and take out this evolving consciousness. Come on, that's a really good idea for a game because then
Well, I mean,
Skynet
he's
can
RoboCop.
Terminator.
He's trying to bust Skynet CEO for unpaid parking tickets and then just untangles this massive conspiracy.
Yes, see, that's what this game needs. Is it needs some real shoe leather to get RoboCop like into the story of why he's trying to take down Skynet. Like
RoboCop versus Terminator in the style of Snatcher.
RoboCop versus Terminator, and it starts as a Phoenix Wright style courtroom drama where
man.
RoboCop is a lawyer and. I can't. This is collapsing.
I'm just imagining RoboCop exactly the same, but with a tie.
Yeah, that's all he is.
We're taking a 5-minute recess. I'll be back.
But yeah, so it's RoboCop and Terminator competing to see who can kill the most humans.
Well, kind of. I mean, as far as I've seen from what I've played, is you kill the most humans, and then after you just slaughter just thug after gangster after, all these, I assume that they're all like, bad types of people, because I just don't see them going into a neighborhood shooting people. But then again, they all have guns or knives or throwing sticks of dynamite out their window, which that's really puzzling. It's like, why do you have sticks of dynamite?
Bro, it's Detroit.
Like, we have the Second Amendment. People can own guns and knives, but throwing sticks of dynamite out your window, that's crossing a line, like, for sure. Like, that's...
Yeah. That's pretty Wile E. Coyote of them.
I mean, you don't know what the Founding Fathers wanted when they made the Bill of Rights.
Do you want
the
the
right
King
to
of
bear
England showed
arms
up
includes
pushing you
sticks
around?
of dynamite.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, like, intermittently, as you're slaughtering all these people that probably have only caused like petty crimes, like maybe selling drugs or something, maybe graffiti, but no, they're dead in exploding pools of blood.
RoboCop is okay with this.
Like, he just kills people so violently. Like, it is absurd. Like, and on the Genesis, this game is like one of the best looking Genesis games. Like, RoboCop looks great. The animations are smooth. Like, the gore is like, you're like, whoa, you don't want your kids playing this game. This is a game that like Tipper Gore warned us about. And,
well, yeah, but I mean, like, is anybody surprised? I mean, RoboCop shot a guy in the dick.
Yeah. But like,
Yeah.
but you're shooting all these people, and then all of a sudden a Terminator shows up, and then you got to fight the Terminator, and what the cool thing is, like, as you're shooting him, like his skin starts peeling off and stuff, and then you finally get like the skeleton, and then like they fall over and they're like, you will be destroyed or something like that, and then they blow up, and then you just move on. And so like every now and then you have to fight a Terminator as you're wiping out.
It'd be pretty great if like the game was played. You play like a little bit as RoboCop, and you're going through the neighborhood, and you're killing all these thugs and gangsters and dynamite throwers. You're like walking to the right and just killing all these things, and then like you get to a point and like a story thing happens or whatever, and then the next part you're playing the same neighborhood as Terminator, and you're walking through the neighborhood and you're killing all the innocent people. And then eventually, Terminator and RoboCop meet in the center of the thing, and they're both just like, Uh-oh. Yes. It's going down now. And then it's just a big RoboCop Terminator fight.
Yeah, I would.
So basically,
they
Freddy
don't
versus
have the same
Jason,
objectives.
but
Yeah, like the Jurassic Park game, you could play as Dr. Grant or a raptor, and I feel like they could have applied that to this. Like, you get to choose at the beginning. Like, what are you gonna do? No wrong answers.
Are you exactly? Are you killing gangsters and thugs, or are you killing John Connor? It's a tough decision. But yeah. So do you only play as RoboCop, or do you get to play?
Yeah. As far as I've played, I've only been able to play as RoboCop.
Dang.
I bet somebody's
I mean,
made a ROM hack where you get to be the Terminator.
Yeah. So he gets cool weapons.
Yeah, you get some really cool weapons. There's like different rocket launcher type weapons. One of them is like this weird swarming weapon, or not swarming. It's a seeker weapon. So like you can just like home in on the enemy, just stand there and just wail away on people. There's like this weird grenade launcher where you can move the grenades.
It would have been such a fun touch if, like, the programmers of the game made it to where every shot from RoboCop hits someone in the dick. I mean, dude, he shoots right at the dick. Like,
you can aim downwards, so you can aim for the dick.
Dude, someone needs to do a playthrough, like speed run all dick shots.
Only dick.
RoboCop versus Terminator.
You know what? I'm gonna see if someone does that. Let me just search right now. Video all dick shots. Let's see what comes up.
RoboCop dick shots and see what we got here.
Oh God. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh my. But yeah, cool. I'm glad they crossed these over. They should bring in insane shit like this back. I'm sure the licensing is a nightmare now, but like they need to do something just as insane now. I don't know, like 90s like action movie Smash Brothers. They just need to come back with like everything that only 90s kids would remember, together in one game. I mean,
So you're basically asking for like the Expendables of the video game. But also with Terminator and RoboCop.
Yeah, but everybody in the game is playing their most famous character, not the shit characters they were in the Expendables. The Transporter versus, Rocky or Rambo, up to you. Terminator, Ivan Drago,
John McClane.
Yes. Trying to think of other people from the Expendables. Dr. Fraser Crane.
Jet Li.
Yeah, just Ronda Rousey playing herself eventually.
Was Wesley Snipes in one of them? Can we get Blade in here?
Fuck yeah, you can. With gusto. I fucking love Blade. Make that. Make a Super Expendables crossover game. I'm sure Jean-Claude Van Damme's not busy. He would lend his voice to that. He was already in Street Fighter, the movie, the game. So
I was gonna say, can we please get like as a secret character Colonel Guile from Street Fighter, the movie?
It's going to kick your ass so hard.
Why don't we have that on the soundboard?
This game kicks ass so hard.
Close enough.
Yeah, great game, Jesse. Johnny, let's have it.
Game 5.
That's awesome.
That's nice.
That's
yeah.
why you let it fade in for a solid minute. And I should have said for people listening in podcast form, these songs are going to be real long. So sit back and enjoy.
I used to be the flashy star, chilling with cash and cars, but somewhere lost my past. It's hard now the combo gym, getting back my art. With the fury inside, you can't match my spark. So, regard for a shot in your chest. I got the instinct to do it in this battle with death. This is my time to rise, you can't ride on my steps. I'm gonna win, and it don't matter who challenge me next. So I can power through you with no risk, leaving your soul twisted up in my close fist. Take notice, I'm saying it's the coldest, baddest erratic fighter you can face on the foes list. The knockout king to all my opponents. I'm taking every moment to win, baby, I own it. Yeah, I stop the zoning with flurries and combinations, saying you would hate me, cause my skills are way great. I'm back to, I'm back to, I'm back to, I'm back to, I'm back to. Let the truth be told, I feel on fire when my passion flow. I'm back to, I'm back to, I'm back to, I'm back to, I'm back to. Let the truth be told, I feel on fire when my passion flow. I'm back for my glory, yeah. Hear these guys talk big, but I'm more prepared. On my redemption road, I rip my foes when I trip and flip modes. You can't slip my blows. I'm on the comeback. It took out all the enhancements. In with the glow, I'm the champ that the fans hate. Hard, rugged, star-studded, and mighty, and leaving you all bloody and making your face ugly. Jab, hook, uppercut. For my blow when it impacts up your gut. You wanna try to beat the champ? You ain't tough enough. I stick and move through your best, and I counter punch. Man, I fake with precision, aim hitting for your brain. Cause I train with the wisdom, gain vision through the pain. I will bang through the system, stay vicious in the game, and I'm back forever. You can't stop my reign. I'm back to, I'm back to, I'm back to, I'm back to, I'm back to. Let the truth be told, I feel on fire when my passion flow. I'm back to, I'm back to, I'm back to, I'm back to, I'm back to. Let the truth be told, I feel on fire when my passion flow. Put 'em up, show me what you got. I wanna see how you rock, if you're great or not. Wanna take my spot, better train the box. I put the game on lock, and my ring won't stop. I'm back to, I'm back to, I'm back to, I'm back to, I'm back to. Let the truth be told, I feel on fire when my passion flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. 8 minutes of that. Fantastic. My only disappointment of that song is that they didn't rhyme uppercut with up your butt.
I mean, we have an episode
It's
title.
still pretty good. Every time they say uppercut, my ears perk up like they're gonna say up your butt. Nope.
Oh man.
So yeah, this is our fan request. This one's been sitting around for a while. I'm glad that we finally get to use it. I didn't take note of who gave it, but I'm pretty sure it's from Alex Messenger, Game That Tune super fan and Patreon producer. So thank you, Alex, for this request. And a simple question: how many characters were playable at this game's launch?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, how does that help?
Yeah, thanks.
It fucking helps if you know
Thanks.
fighting games with limited roster. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that made it easier.
Okay, so yeah, this Johnny, you should have your finger on that hat trick button,
Oh,
unless you fucked this up.
I did fuck this
So
up. I have no
the
idea what this is.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just review the songs real quick. See if it pushes you in the right direction.
Okay.
At the end of the first song, they're chanting "Spinal." And the second song, they mentioned going to the combo gym, and that last song was from Battletoads.
Okay. Let's see
He's
here.
got nothing.
So is he changing his answer to a penis or
Here
to?
it comes.
Let me make this penis drawing longer.
This
Oh,
is the
shit.
Liam Neeson. I need a piece of poster board.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, let's see it. Here comes a botch. Jesse and David both say Killer Instinct, and Johnny says Killer Instinct cross Battletoads. I'll give him that. It's
All right.
Killer Instinct for Xbox One. And now you see why I asked you to load up the old Ultra tonight.
Yes.
Is that the most appropriate hat trick sound ever?
Yeah. Just play that anytime we say anything during this discussion. Just keep on ultraing this whole time. Yeah. See, I use that to hide the fact that I don't have a lot to say about Killer Instinct on Xbox One. This is one of the only games that ever made me want to have an Xbox One, but still, no, not enough. Like,
Yeah, it was like this
yeah.
rare replay.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, wow, that seems cool, but cool enough to drop money on an Xbox One and have that Kinect always looking at me? No. Yeah. Even though now I'm starting to change my tune. Now that they're getting in like Xbox One X territory, and like the Xbox One S is like, $120 or whatever, wherever you can find it. It's almost tempting to put one of those in my house. And since they've updated Killer Instinct to have more than, David, how many characters at launch for Killer Instinct?
5?
Ooh, so close. It was 6.
No, I
Okay.
wrote 69. I was halfway there.
Because I was looking it up and everything. It was like, 29 characters, 24 added later. It's like, all right, I can do math. 5?
Yeah. That's odd. I don't know why it says that, but no, there were definitely 6 characters available at launch. The original 6, fucking Saber
Detroit
Wolf,
Red Wings.
Glacius, Chief Thunder, Sadira, and Orchid, and and Jago. So yeah,
Oh, go ahead, Jacob.
good old Jago. And then they updated it and added Spinal and Fulgore, and then eventually TJ Combo, and some of these newer people. And then they just started going crossover crazy for season 3. They added Rash from Battletoads, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's described as like a toad that can fight and transform his body in order to do damage. I'm like, oh yeah, that is totally what the Battletoads do. I always just chalked it up to them being cartoons. And then apparently they added the Arbiter from Halo, and some guy named General Ram, who's a bad guy in Gears of War. So they've been crossover crazy.
They did Gears of War character.
Yeah, and it's like, oh man, having Rash in the game is almost enough to make me want to get like all 3 seasons of Killer Instinct for an Xbox One. Almost, still not enough. Like,
Well, I love because I've watched footage of Rash being played, and I love that like one of his attacks is he straight up turns into the giant swinging weight and like
Yes.
swings across the screen.
fucking the drop down level, I love it. Oh man, yeah. Seeing this and like listening to this music and thinking again about Killer Instinct, I was thinking like with all these like wheeling and dealings going on with like Marvel and Fox and Sony for like characters' rights, can Nintendo just make a big play now and get Rare back from Microsoft, please? Like, Nintendo's having a great year. Go get Rare and bring them home. Like, we need these games. Like,
Or
we need.
alternatively, can we get Banjo and Kazooie added into Killer Instinct?
Also a great idea. Like, just
I
imagine
love
like
the
Banjo
idea-
just like brawling the fuck out, and then like
Yeah.
Kazooie doing like an eye gouge like out of the backpack. Like, That'd be a great addition.
I love the idea
have
of
to make
the Rare staff walking into Nintendo headquarters and getting a whole like homecoming, thing. Like,
Yeah.
welcome home, guys.
We're so sorry. we
Like
can't
wrapping
believe it's
towels
been
around them
all
and
these
stuff.
years. Yeah. They've been
Can we
like
get you
hostile.
anything?
It's like the first Iron Man. They find the Rare team in the desert. Terrence Howard comes up. And he's like, next time you're riding with me, Rare. Like,
See, I thought you were going to go a different direction where, like, the Rare team comes home to their office at Microsoft and all the lights are off, and then Shigeru Miyamoto steps forth, like, I'm here to talk to you about Smash Brothers.
yeah. Also, for some reason, Shiggy's wearing a fucking black trench coat and he's got an eye patch and he's black. And he's just here to talk about the Smash Vengers initiative.
Smash
And-
Vengers.
No, it's just Shigeru Miyamoto in a black trench coat with an eye patch, so it's actually his evil doppelganger cousin, Migeru Miyamoto.
Yes, Migeru Shiimoto. I'm into it. But yeah, all this is a way to say I don't have anything to say about Killer Instinct on Xbox One. It looks really cool. It's got, it's like a updated version of Killer Instinct. I guess there's crazy combo systems. There's Mick Gordon all over the soundtrack. Mick Gordon, famously for doing like the Doom soundtrack and other really heavy ass soundtracks these days.
On that first song, I was thinking, like, when did Doom cross over with something? Like,
right the fuck now it did. Like, that song would have been right at home in Doom if it weren't about a cackling skeleton and they weren't chanting Spinal. John, you got to pay more attention.
that would still be totally right at home in Doom. What are you talking about? Like,
okay, I guess you're right.
There are like those weird skeleton creatures.
Yeah, but yeah, man.
I do like that they've added, like, it's not just bringing back the original cast, but they've added new characters. Because there's, I forget her name, but there's like a Japanese ghost in the game who's like the girl from The Ring and like all weird motions, and she looks really awesome to play as.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I don't know shit about any of these new characters, but it is nice they're adding new characters. It's not just they've added everybody from the original Killer Instinct, I think, and then probably a couple from like Gold. But there's a lot on this list. I'm like, oh, I don't know who this is. They look pretty cool. Like, I'm looking at the list now. I think you're probably talking about Shin Hisako, a purified version of Hisako's spirit. Yes. So, yeah, there's a ghost in the game. I love fighting people as ghosts. That'd be a really interesting character to come up with a moveset for, because logically a ghost is